Welcome to the Arsenal Armchair podcast, episode 4. Back in the same, just little white chair again this week. We haven't managed to source an armchair yet. We're working on it. The production team have been, they've been mainly across the road at Docklands City Furniture, which is based in Bethnal Green, which is a strange location for it. But we're looking for a swivel chair. I just think that's going to give us this kind of lucid movement in the hips that we need to move forward with this production. Thanks for tuning in. Episode 4, the difficult follow-ups to the third, where we've kind of did like a parade recap. If you watch it on YouTube, there's loads of raw footage of you being jovial and singing and dancing and larking around the streets of Islington. In the show today, we've got a little bit of a structure, which is quite nice. A bit of Arsenal news. A couple of our players have been doing some, or rather been getting commended for their good work this week. World Cup squad is out, so we'll look to see who's where and where we can find them. Also some cool bars to watch some of the matches. I know we're all armchair fans here, but maybe you want to get out and about for a few of them. A bit of transfer news. Why not? It's going to keep us just slightly fed until we get back into action again. Plus then Arsenal in the community to see what's happening and about in Islington and over yonder. It is the Armchair Arsenal podcast brought to you by Hoxton Radio. We're recording this again this week in our studio here in Bethnal Green, coming from Arc Living, which is a new spot that's about to open this summertime. It's serviced apartments. If you want to come and live in East London in a beautiful studio, check out Arc Living. They've actually got a competition on the website now to win 6 months free rent. Do you want to live in London for free for 6 months? We'll check out Arc Living on Instagram. You can find the links through Hoxton Radio as well. I guess, well, we'll start with personal news. Why not? I ordered our shirt for this season about a week ago. I think I did about a year. I love the new one. I really love the new shirt. I'm going to get it. But the shirt that we won in this season is the one, isn't it? That's the one that we've won the league in. So I ordered it. I found it on Vinted for about 30 quid, new with tags. I was hoping it had arrived by the Champions League final, but they didn't ship it until slightly later. So it showed up on, well, I got an email on Monday saying, your package has arrived. I was like, yes. So I get in from work, go and have a little look around downstairs. No sign of it. Like, oh, what's going on? Pop across the road to the concierge to see, have you any signs? Sometimes they get our packages and you luck out. Oh, no, mate, we haven't seen it here. Who sent it? I was like, oh, so-and-so. Yeah, they're notorious for such and such. So I went back into the app and on Vinted, I haven't updated my address, so it got sent to my old house and there's a picture of it outside like the gate on my old flat. I'm like, no. So then I had to kind of like break into my old block of flats. Luckily, there was someone like going in at the same time doing like some sort of British gas thing. So I kind of snuck behind them, went up to my flat, and there it was, just at the side. They'd left it out there for me. So I was absolutely delighted. Oh, and here it is, by the way, the big reveal, the big Clark Kent. I thought we'd do it right at the start because I'm already getting a bit hot now because I've got too many layers on. Here we go, the big unveiling, summer signing. I went for a large this time because I like to wear a t-shirt underneath my shirts because they're made of like gym material, and if I just wore this in the day, I think it would start. I just don't love the feel on my skin of just gym clothes unless I'm in the gym. Plus, it just I think I just can. It's going to work better in the winter, isn't it? This is an all year shirt. Like, I'm not just going to wear it now because we won the league. I'm not one of them. Although I've had been getting some good. I had someone beep their horn at me this week. I was crossing Manor House. This car was beeping. I was like, oh, what have I done? And he was just like waving to me in my Arsenal shirt. And I went across Finsbury Park today and there was a man doing some fitness. And we were both like, yeah, to each other. So it's been fun. Real news. What's happening in the real world this week that's away from us, that's away from our ego? Bukayo Saka is going to be starring in a new series titled The Link Up, with the first episode available now on the Arsenal app. Join our number 7 across a number of episodes as he connects with fellow mavericks across culture, from musicians and actors to fashion designers. In episode 1, Bukayo heads to the iconic Abbey Road studios to meet Grammy award-winning singer, songwriter and producer Thames, where they discuss the harmonies between expressing yourself in the studio and on the football pitch. While you're on there, you can also enjoy a documentary about Martin Ødegaard. This is on the Arsenal app, titled Modern Leader. Savour a supercut of our Women's Champions League final success in Only in the Land, as well as a host of other brilliant original content. I updated the app a little while ago when they gave it a proper refresh, and found the links to Ticket Exchange were just a lot quicker. And I think at the time I got maybe it was a Wigan FA Cup ticket, just like there and then. So I'm a big fan of the new app. I put it on, I readjusted the home screen of my phone. So it's, you've got if you've got an iPhone, you can put 4 things at the bottom. I removed email because I don't want to be in that all the time. And I put the Arsenal app there because I just want to be reminded of the club all the time. Maybe you have something similar going on your home screen. Share it, get in touch. Let us know how your screen setup's going and we can copy you. It was Victor Gyökeres's birthday this week. He turned 28 on Thursday. He's also going to be captaining Sweden at the World Cup this summer. PFA shortlist has come out just in the last 24 hours, an hour ago, as we go to press. This is Friday morning. Arsenal trio among 6 players of the year on the shortlist. Declan Rice, David Raya, on the list from the Arsenal. Who's the other one then? It says 3 from Arsenal. Plus in the women's game, Alessia Russo up for the same award. So we have 3 Arsenal players up for the PFA Player of the Year award, which will be announced on August 25. Elsewhere, then, Olivia Smith has been shortlisted for the 2026 PFA Young Player of the Year award. The 6 players selected are those who've received the most votes from players throughout the voting process. Olivia joined us from Liverpool last summer and scored a stunning long-range strike against London City Lionesses on her Arsenal debut at the Emirates, and has scored 10 times more across 38 games all season. Elsewhere in the Young Player of the Year award, who's your favourite young player of all time? It probably is going to be Arsenal, isn't it? Who's your fave rising star amongst the Arsenal ranks? Probably one of your favourite goals of the season. It's going to be in everyone's top 3, isn't it? What's that guy's name again? Max Dowman has been nominated for the PFA Young Player of the Season award after a record-shattering season in North London at just 16 years old. What were you doing at 16? Max is now the youngest player to start a match, score a goal, or win the title in the Premier League era. And it's a championship we may well not have won without the teenagers' contributions. The season starts with the bang for Max, who came off the bench against Leeds United to win a penalty, which Victor Gyökeres converted in a 5-0 win. After the first international break of the season, Max featured for our under-19s and under-21s, but remained determined to return to the first team. He showed his worth by scoring stunning goals against Bayern Munich in the UEFA Youth League and Wolves in the Premier League 2. Max got his opportunity to prove himself in Carabao Cup ties against Brighton and Hove Albion, where he lit up a cold, rainy night in N5 with a sparkling performance. But just a few weeks later, an ankle injury left our hot prospect out of action until March. It's when he got back on the pitch and was absolutely instrumental as Arsenal went on to beat Everton and keep our title dreams alive. And he scored from inside our half. I can see it now. You can also see it on the Arsenal website if you see fit. World Cup squads have been announced over the last week or so. I hope you're excited. It's less than a week to go now. 16 Arsenal players are going to be featuring this summertime for us to keep us busy and occupied whilst we are watching the likes of then Leandro Trossard for Belgium. Gabriel Magalhaes and also Martinelli, both representing Brazil this summer. Piero Hincapié will be representing Ecuador. A trio of Gooners heading to the England camp with Eberici Eze, Declan Rice, Noni Madueke and Bukayo Saka. That's actually 4, isn't it? William Saliba will be playing for France. Kai Havertz for Germany. Martin Odegaard representing Norway. Jurien Timber for the Netherlands. And then a trio, David Raya, Martin Zubimendi, and Miguel Merino, all for Spain, while Victor Gyökeres will be captaining Sweden. I'm pleased that Miguel Merino has got himself just about fit enough in time to go off and represent, because it's just been a massive shame. He's been bagging all kinds of goals for Spain, and he's just this like quirky, versatile player. And I'd love him to come back at the start of next season with a confident smile about him, and just I think after the last tournament, Saka and Rice looked like they were a bit knackered when they came back. So hopefully some of the other players that could do with a few minutes right now, with the likes of Marino and perhaps like Madueke as well, they get back at the start of the season just raring to go and making a big impact in the new shirt. A couple of bars that you might want to watch some of the matches at. There's a new one that opens this weekend today in St. Paul's. It's called Side Hustle. And it's a cool kind of, it sounds like they've got like a cool layout of it, which is thick neon signs, painted wall graphics, and brick, timber and steel finishes, and playful sporting touches across the interiors. Screens everywhere, loads of cool food, and this is the key bit, they're giving away 5,000 free pints. The bar's called Side Hustle. Today, they open it, Friday the 5th, at 130 Wood Street, St. Paul's, sidehustlesportsbar.co.uk. They're giving away 5,000 tennis balls, right? And you bring one of the tennis balls back between now and the 16th of June, and you can redeem yourself a free pint of Coors Lager. That's all right, isn't it? Side Hustle. We also got an email today from Box Hall, which is the new box park that just opened in Liverpool Street. I guess, yeah, you know what Box Park's like. There's one here in Shoreditch, the OG. The one down in Croydon is the one that they usually do shots of people having fun at soccer games. You've got one up in Wembley. But the email they sent through for Box Hall today had like a couple of Gooners as part of their featured image. So it's nice now that when a press or a PR campaign goes out and it talks about sport or football, then they speak about the dearly beloved. Elsewhere in news, Marquinhos has come out and said that he's named an Arsenal star as the best in the world this season. Can you hasten a guess to who that might be? Marquinhos believes that Arsenal defender Gabriel Magalhaes has been the best centre-back in world football this season. Gabriel played a pivotal role in Arsenal's Premier League title success, forming a solid partnership with William Saliba. This one's coming from the Metro. The Brazil international was also instrumental in Arsenal's run to the Champions League final, where they were beaten by PSG on penalties after Gabriel crucially missed his spot kick. Marquinhos was quick to go over and comfort him and put his arm around him, and just, they're teammates for Brazil and they're clearly players off the pitch. And it's nice that he's come out and said, my mate's the best, so don't you go pointing no. I don't think anyone was pointing any fingers. And on the parade last week, Big Gabby was like at the front of the bus with a microphone, so hopefully it hasn't dented his spirits in any ways and just made him stronger, even stronger, if that's possible. Still no official figures on how many people attended the parade. There's mixed reports. This website, fullfacts.org, a mixture of could have been an estimated 1.5 million people. The Met has said that 1.5 million people attended. It sort of says it, so that could have been true. If you were there, you'll probably know that phone reception was really patchy. If you get that many people together, then... But when your phone comes back online, I've seen this in series, crime series, etc., it pings like when your phone comes back into range, it pings, it sends a signal to say, hello, I'm back. So surely that data will show how many people in and around that area pinged at the time, and you could potentially use that as a useful lead. Use the data to see if but then what if you're in your house next door and you weren't actually watching the parade, you were watching the EastEnders omnibus and you couldn't get reception for a few hours, and then you pinged, you might get pulled into the data. But if you weren't watching and you live there, what are you flipping doing, mate? Elsewhere, this one tickled me a little bit from radiotoday.co.uk, one of our favourite sites here at Hoxton Radio. Prime Minister Keir Starmer joined Talk Sport Drive from Soccer Aid last weekend. Speaking with Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent, Sir Keir said England must bring it back home at this summer's World Cup, and noted that the tournament was last won under a Labour government. The Prime Minister also backed calls for Arsenal's Champions League final appearance to remain free to air, and he wrote personally to TNT Sports asking for the match to be made available without charge. This is Sir Keir, told TalkSport, all fans want to watch the Arsenal Champions League final. It's a big event. It should be free. Go on, Keir. He also added that Arsenal's Premier League title success after a 22-year wait was a fantastic achievement, and praised the squad's resilience during the closing weeks of the season. Go on, lad. Do you want to hear a bit more? It's funny. It's kind of funny. The interview took place last Sunday while Sir Keir was at Soccer Aid. They raised 16 million quid and counting so far. It's the highest amount. Asked whether he would join the players in training, he joked he could face problems at Prime Minister's question time if things went wrong on the pitch. If I walk into PMQ on crutches, I think there'd be a lot of explaining to do, he said. That's how he talks. I don't know if you've heard him before. That's his actual voice. So... in transfer news, do you use News Now? Check it out. It's an aggregating website, newsnow.co.uk, or just set it to go like Arsenal, and it will bring together all content related to Arsenal on the internet that's been written. So you'll get official things from newspaper outlets on there, but then there's tons of blogs that it pulls in as well. And at this time of year, it's fun for that just sort of speculation. Sky Sports News is probably quite good as well, but if you're on your laptop at work and you want to just sneak it in, it almost looks like you're doing work. Little headline from today: Arsenal face competition from PSG in trying to sign French forward Elie Union Croupier from Bournemouth. Plus Argentinian striker Julian Alvarez from Atletico Madrid. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go big? Alvarez, 100+ million, or Croupier? Not like he isn't completely. I guess he's 19, so he's just not totally proven yet. So where would you rather go? Like, do we go big marquee signing and try and fit them in, or do we try and get someone a bit younger? I don't know. It's going to be tricky now. It's going to be tricky because we're the best. I don't know if you saw. A cool bit on BBC Sport, like just looking at the left-hand side and a comparison of Trossard and Martinelli this season. That's probably the area that we most want to... we're just not as much of a threat, I think. In the Champions League, Martinelli did exceptionally well for us this season. In the league, perhaps not as, that equaliser against City, absolutely crucial, and... he does enough, but it's not a threat, is he? When he's running towards fullbacks, they're not quaking in their boots. And then similarly, Trossard, I think he had one of his best seasons for Arsenal. Scored some crucial goals, namely against West Ham. He's not a great goal scorer, but he's a scorer of great goals. That ye old phrase. But it's just got a comparison of their stats here, and it just shows Premier League goals this season. Martinelli, 1. Was the Man City goal the only one? Trossard, 6. Shots on target, 13, 15. Assists, 4 for Martinelli, 6 for Trossard. Key passes, 9 for Martinelli and 30 for Trossard. And successful dribbles, 22 Martinelli, 25 Trossard. So all the stats basically speak in favour of Trossard, but he's only got a year left on his contract, and he's over 30 now. So I guess if you're just looking at the numbers here, then surely Martinelli being younger, and we could get a tasty fee for him. What do you think? Where are you at on this one? I'd be sad to see him go because he's been an amazing player for the Arsenal over the years. The whole time he's been there, when he came through and was this like young, bright spark, and he was just quick, and he still is deadly on the counter attack, and he embodies Arsenal in so many ways. We just need someone that's going to be able to convert and provide a real threat and just put fear into opposition defences, I reckons. Arsenal in the community this summertime. What are your kids up to? Are you planning the summer holidays already? Whether your child is completely new to football or an experienced player, Arsenal's holiday courses have something for everyone. The team aim to support the development of every child technically and physically, but also psychologically and socially, building the skills and confidence to fulfill their potential on and off the pitch. Arsenal want all young players to learn to master the ball, make new friends, and develop a love for the game. Courses include coaching by Arsenal community coaches, small-sided games, and fun activities. You can book your place on the Arsenal site by going through the community section, or you can email James Warnock at jwarnock@arsenal.co.uk if you're planning a bit of that. Oh, this would be fun, wouldn't it? We just did like swimming in the summer. Actually, no, we had a play scheme that we went to, which was pretty fun. It was like plenty of activities, but mainly five-a-side footy in the sports hall at school, and that was my summertime, and I turned out okay, didn't I? Shouts to friend of the station, friend of the show, and big Hibs fan, Dougie Anderson. I got my birthday present for him this week. My birthday was actually in December. Look at this absolute beauty that he's got me. It's Arsenal back in 19 something, 57 or something. 62,000 fans fill the Arsenal football stadium in Highbury to see Arsenal challenge Glasgow Rangers. It's Arsenal's second match ever to be played under Highbury's floodlights, the first during a September 19 match against Hapoel Tel Aviv. Under these powerful new lamps, Arsenal would claim a 3-2 victory over Rangers. Conquest and Stadium both immortalised in wide format monochrome. Thanks, Dougie. Catch him on Fighting Talk quite often. And he's a good pal, so he is. I've seen a few little stadium bits this week, mainly on Insta, where they do, it's probably like an AI thing, and they kind of explode the existing ground and then they rebuild it in the new format that's sort of kind of modelled on the Bay Arena that Bayern Munich play in. This sort of like, it actually looks like Selfridges in Birmingham. This like, I don't know, this kind of futuristic building that I suppose Real Madrid and Atletico, their grounds are both like it. And there's not much light that seems to come in now. And you've got like a big screen on the inside, and it's just this is the modern football stadium that I think Spurs have kind of gone quite close to doing it. But when you look at the artist's impression for what they're planning now for the Emirates and some of the other grounds, I think Spurs is already out of date, isn't it? Not that I'd ever go there or would know, but it's keeping me tickled this week. I hope all is well with you, Gooners. I hope you are continuing to feel on a high and you're excited for the coming weeks and months. We've got the World Cup starting next week. We've got some pre-season friendlies booked in the calendar as well, and it's all feeling good here. So stay safe, stay lucky, and we'll see you on the next one.